Let's sit here in silence. We should eye gaze, Steve. You want to eye gaze for the next 5 minutes?
No, I hate that.
I
No,
know you
no
do.
soul gazing, no eye gazing.
All right, we're back for episode number 30. I'm getting tongue twisted because of the conversations that Steve and I have in between episodes. Episode number 30 of the Not So Serious Life. Not the not so serious day, the not so serious hour. It is the not so serious life. Living an entire life of not so seriousness. And you know, we haven't talked about hip hop in a while, but Steve, your new book was just released, Crazy Good. It is crazy good. It's an amazing book. And there are at least two rap references. One by Jay-Z
Yeah,
and one
absolutely.
and one from Eminem. Right?
Exactly right. I'm always on the cutting edge of culture.
Yeah. So since you have both of them in your book, do you know that they did a song together?
I'm not aware of that.
They did a song together, and the name of the song is Renegade.
Wow, perfect.
And the lyrics in the song are kind of cool because some of the lyrics in the song is they say, renegade, never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time or day because I'm a renegade, never been afraid to talk about anything. And
Wow.
that's what we're all about here in the Not So Serious Life. We are not afraid to humorize and simplify anything,
Anything, especially the serious stuff.
especially the serious stuff. So with that said, the serious stuff and the serial stuff, let's get into our question. What do you think?
Frosted Flakes for 200.
Frosted Flakes. And we're still waiting for people to tell us who we should start using on our show instead of cereal because Steve, I mean the viewers, think that this has run its course and we shouldn't be doing cereal anymore. So let us know. Okay. This question comes from Jose. Jose says, how do I raise my self-esteem so I can take more action? How do I raise my self-esteem so I can take more action? And there's, as always, backstory here. He says, I think my biggest obstacle to doing things in life is low self-esteem. What's your take on self-esteem? How do I raise it? Is it important? Does it matter? How do I raise my self-esteem so I can take more action? That's Jose's question. What do you think, Steve?
I would turn the question around. I would turn it around and I would just simply turn it around and say, take more action so that your self-esteem will rise because the self-esteem doesn't have to come first, it comes after. So the more action I take, the more I'm engaged with the universe, the more my self-esteem rises because I see myself, in Nathaniel Branden's words, as effective, efficacious, and all of that. And that comes from being willing to indulge my self-expression. It comes from being willing to take action and engage and be out there, be in the world, living in the world instead of in here worried about my self-esteem. I wonder how my self-esteem is. I'm not going to come out. I won't come out until my self-esteem is higher. I won't take action until my self-esteem is higher. I won't grow up. Will we have to pay royalties when we sing a song?
Under 3 seconds.
I don't want to be a man.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, it's the hiding thing. It's so funny because like that we make all this stuff so serious, like self-esteem, hand puppets, peekaboo. We make everything so serious. So I love that. And I don't know if this was Steve. You'll have to correct me. And I wonder if you've written so many books. Do people ever say to you like, "Man, I remember chapter 13. Do you remember when you wrote in chapter 13 of Reinventing Yourself, blah blah blah," and they expect you to know it word for word? Does that happen to you?
I don't even remember the book, much less the chapter.
I'll send it to you. I'll gift you a copy. But anyways,
I toss these off mindlessly.
that's how this show is
They're
scripted.
just like stream of consciousness. I just type without even looking.
Do you really do that? Is that kind of your creative process, like a lot of stream of
Yeah.
consciousness?
Yeah, and I've never read one of my books, and I don't know what's in them. I have to find out what's in the books from other people.
Well, good. So now I'm about to ask you a question about one of your books, and you probably won't know the answer. So for this question,
Beautiful, Dan.
we're talking about self-esteem, and a lot of times self-esteem is kind of interchangeable with like worthiness. Like, am I worthy? I need to have more self-esteem so I feel more worthy. And one of the things, the distinction that I know that you make, and like I said, I don't know if it's in the book or if it's just something you shared with me, was about this distinction of self-esteem or worthiness versus usefulness. right? Being
Yeah.
useful versus worrying about being worthy. Can you talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole thing, you know. And the more useful I am, the higher my self-esteem is, the more I feel appropriate to life. And the less useful I am, the lower it gets. But self-esteem doesn't come first, it comes later. It comes after. It's a after effect. It's an afterglow, but it's not a prerequisite.
Yeah. And especially with Jose, because Jose's talking about needing self-esteem in order to take action. And so what we're saying here, I
Right.
think, is to take the action, and the self-esteem will come as a result, because you'll see how effective you are, or you'll see where you have room to grow. But even seeing where you have room to grow means you've already started doing something. You've taken action, and you're going to feel better about your abilities, even if it's not perfect the first time you take the action. Isn't that typically what happens?
That's it. You
That's
got
it.
it.
Awesome. I love that. Cool. That's beautiful. So Jose, there's the answer to the question. I think we both agree that self-esteem doesn't matter. It's not even something that maybe really exists, but the ability to try to be more useful in the world and be willing to just get out there and try things out without it being a question of your character is the fun, not so serious way to go. Let's sit here in silence. We should eye gaze, Steve. You want to eye gaze for the next 5 minutes?
No, I hate that. No.
No, you
No
don't.
soul gazing, no eye gazing. Let's do the bee slap. That's what I'm in favor of.
What's the bee
Everyone
slap?
stand across from each other and do the bee slap.
What is the bee? You just like smack each other in the face?
I'm not saying the word that the letter B
Oh,
means.
bee.
I'm not saying that word because we've got a family show here.
In my head, I really thought you meant bee slap, like you were swatting bees, like a bee
Well,
slap, like they're all around
I'm
your head.
glad you thought that way. That just tells me you're a very wholesome individual.
I am wholesome and full of whole grain. Okay, so that was episode number 30 of the Not So Serious Life. Guys, continue to send your questions in. We love getting them. They're great. To questions at thenotsoseriouslife.com. And do not forget to go to our website, thenotsoseriouslife.com. You can see all the episodes. You can leave comments there about what you've seen and what you loved and what you've hated. And also you can sign up there for our free inner circle so you can get some free goodies in your email box and your actual mailbox, which is a lot of fun. And we got to shout out Kathy for a second, because Kathy, man, she is a rock star with sending out those goodie bags and swag bags. And sometimes people forget to put their full address in. And so she's like researching, and she just does an awesome job. So I know we both really appreciate her and all that she does for the show and for all the viewers.
Yeah, I agree. And who is she, by the way?
There's this woman, she's a book editor. I'll tell you about her later. She's great. So until next time, lots of love, guys. Not So Serious Life, episode 30. We will see you soon. Peace out.
Bass.